Yes, now we are going to see the next problem, problem number 108. Descending order of 9.631, 9.694, 9.109, 9.504. So by seeing the question, we can identify easily that which are the numbers are increasing order to decreasing order. Now you can see here clearly the first number increasing order is 9.694 and the second increasing order is 9.631 and the third increasing order decreasing order is 9.504 and the fourth decreasing order is 9.109. You can see here 9.694, 9.631, 9.504, 9.109. So the second option is the answer, that is the decreasing order. Decreasing order is nothing but the highest value to the lowest value. So now we are going for the question number 109. So we are going to solve question number 109. You can see the question here. So you can see the question. The angle of triangle is one angle of triangle ABC is 150 degrees and the other two angles are equal. Then the measure of each equal angle is. So we can see solve this problem. You can see the question. One angle of triangle ABC is 50 centimeters and the other two angles are equal. Then the measure of each angle. So if you take the triangle, so if you draw the triangle, this is the triangle, this is 50 degrees if it is given and the remaining two angles are equal. So which forms a isosceles triangle, which forms a isosceles triangle. Now see, let the three angles we are taking, let the three angles are 50 degrees comma x degrees comma x degrees. Why? Because it is clearly given that two angles are equal. Two angles are equal means x degrees comma x degrees. So in a triangle, sum of three angles is equals to, so triangle which is equals to 180 degrees. Sum of three angles is equals to 180 degrees. Now you can see here clearly that, so sum of all angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. We are going to add 50 degrees plus x degrees plus x degrees is equals to 180 degrees. So 50 degrees plus x degrees become 2x degrees equals to 180 degrees. Take this to right hand side. 2x degrees equals to 180 degrees minus 150 degrees. 2x degrees which is equal to 130 degrees, 65 degrees. So x degree become how much? 65 degrees. If one value is 65 degrees, another also becomes 65 degrees. Now you can see the angles. The answer is 65 degrees. So four options it is given: 50 degrees, 65 degrees, 40 degrees and 130 degrees. So already we have solved the problem of 110. Root 576 value is 24 minus 8. You are getting the answer 16. And this problem also we did. So the time between 8:15 to 9:30 p.m. is, we are getting the answer 75 minutes. Now we are going to solve the question number 112. At what rate per annum will principal triples in 20 years? ఏడాదికి ఏ రేటు అంతున 20 సంవత్సరాల మూడింతల అగును. సో after 20 years, at what rate of per annum the principal triples in 20 years? So here we are going to use the formula called as simple interest. What is given? It is the given that principal amount will be triples. How much it will be increased? So we know the simple interest formula, PTR by 100. So we don't know the principal amount. First we need to write about the principal amount. So let the principal amount, if we write it as principal amount as P, so principal triples. So triples means what it become? 3P. Then the amount is what? So amount is nothing but amount minus, so simple interest first we have to find out. Simple interest equals to amount minus principal amount. So that means 3P minus P, it becomes how much? 2P. So simple interest value become how much? 2P. So we know the formula. We need to write the formula here. So what is that? Simple interest is equal to P into T into R by 100. PTR by 100. So simple interest we know 2P is equal to P into time we have to find out. So time it is gone, we have to find out rate of interest. Time it is given as 20 by 100. So PP will be get cancelled here. 20 ones are 20 5s are. So 2 is equal to R by 5. So R value becomes 5 to the 10. So rate of interest will be how much? So rate of interest will be 10%. You can see rate of interest become 10%. A triangle with no lines of symmetry is, which is called as no line of symmetry. So we have to show that a triangle with no line of symmetry is, we are having 4 options. Either it may be isosceles right angle triangle or equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle and scalene triangle. So the option is scalene triangle. Why? Because a scalene triangle which does not have line of symmetry, that means all the 3 sides which will be different in that one. So all the 3 lines, so all the 3 lines are which are very different in this one. So that is called as scalene triangle. A triangle with low line of symmetry, that is called as scalene triangle. Now we'll go for the next problem. If a laddu weight is 50 grams, number of laddus in 1 kg is. So if a weight of laddu is 50 grams, it is asking in 1 kg of laddus we can make, in 1 kg how many laddus can be made. So first we see one laddu is made within 50 grams. We are having how many kgs? 1 kg. 1 kg means how many grams? 1000 grams. So 1 laddu equals to 50 grams and 1 kg equals to 1000 grams. So if a laddu weight is 50 grams, the number of laddus can be made in, yes. So how many laddus? Very simple. So 1 kg by 50 grams we have to do divide. So 1 kg becomes how much? 1000 grams. 1000 grams by 50. 0 will be at cancel. 5 ones are 520. How many laddus can be made? 20 laddus can be made. So 20 laddus can be made in 1 kg of laddu. And we are having some of the methodology questions also right over here. We have to find out the questions and we have to solve the problems. Yes, we have covered I think we have covered all the problems. So these are the methodology questions. We have to find out the methodology questions also. Match the following. So we have to match the following. Now you can see the question. You have to keep in the order match the following. We have to match the following, which is the correct sequence. You have to write down the sequence and we have to find out which of the order is correct sequence. Now you can see the match the following. First, resources and activities are given: mathematics library, mathematics laboratory, mathematics box. Yes, mathematics library is a place for studying and referring for mathematics material. So studying material for mathematical materials. The second one is mathematics laboratory where tools are required, where tools are required. And the third one, mathematical box laboratory which on hands-on activity. So B1 option is 4. Mathematical library, mathematical, so this option number 4, where dictionary library is another 3. So A value 3, B value 4. Competitive preparation, mathematics clubs for competitive, D value is 2. Mathematical boxes, the remaining is first one, mathematical boxes, materials which are required, studying mathematical dictionaries. So mathematical laboratories are nothing but cutting papers which is given. Now you can see the option right over here. The option in this answer is the last option is a correct option. Why? Because a mathematical library which is the used for studying mathematical dictionaries, mathematical laboratory which is showing by cutting pasting the papers, mathematical box which is used for mathematical activities, mathematics club preparing students for the competitive examinations. So this is the option number 4 for question number 6. So now we are going for the question number 116. Here two statements are: the assessment is flexible and it can be modified as needed. The evaluation will be static, whereby the result will be in the form of pass. So the question is given about that assessment flexible and it can be modified and needed. It is given that assessment which is going to be done, that can be modified. It is given that it can be modified. So statement is correct, but second statement cannot be justify the question number 1. Why? Because the assessment is flexible and it can be modified as needed. The evaluation will be static, whereby the result will be in the form of a pass. Here this statement is false. Why? Because evaluation is a systematic process of collecting, analyzing data to determine the degree in which the objective has been achieved, and it's not the limited to pass or fail. While some summative evaluations might have final judgments, the broader concept of evaluation involving analysis various aspects of learning and program effectives, which isn't always static or reduced binary systems. So the option is B. Now we'll go for the question number 117. So we go for question number 117. Now you can see a student read in a train. A student read a train timetable and was able to tell which train would arrive and when. This is a mathematician, true management, quantification or generalization. This is called as time management. Why? Because he is reading the train timetable, so he is managing the time that on which time the train is going to arrive. And the question number 180, A student explained the basic concept of measurement using a basic unit. Measurement. So explanation is going to done between one to another. One to another. That means communication. One to another is nothing but doing communication. Derive I is equals to PTR. The most suitable method to teach this method is activity based method. Why we are telling about activity based method means, so it can be shown clearly that the student can purchase the amount and time period they are going to take and the interest which is going to put on the principal amount. So this can be done by the activity based method. So the option is activity based method. And the last and final question of this entire mathematics is identify the advantages of the unit plan from the following. The unit can be completed within the allotment time. It is possible to provide necessary teaching learning material. Teachers prepare in advance to create various activities according to the academic standards. A comprehensive version will be developed on what concepts and what skills students should be acquiring in mathematics in an academic year. So identify, we have to form all the points in a proper way. All the four are correct. Why? Because the unit can be completed within the allotted time. Yes, we need to complete the unit which we are going to make a proper, that is called as in the academic plan or in the periodic plan. Generally we call it as lesson plan or weekly plan, which we are going to get. Next, it is possible to provide necessary teaching and learning materials. So what we are going to teach for the students, it has to be done ready by the before the day, which are the teaching learning materials which we are using for the students to explain in activity based method. Teachers prepare in advance to create various activities according to the, yes. So for all the units we are having some of the TLMs, teaching learning materials, which should be compulsory maintained by the all the teachers. That is mandatory. And the fourth one is a comprehensive vision will be developed on what concept and what skills students should acquire in mathematics in an academic year. Due to the live demonstration which the students are able to understand by the activity method, one-on-one interaction, the communication will be more between the teacher and the student, the learner and the teacher. Both they are going to acquire a good knowledge which will able to explain, the teacher can explain to the students in a live demonstration by doing the activity method. So in this one the option 1 is true. So here comes all the problems of the mathematics has been solved. So if you have any doubts you can comment in the comment section clearly. And we are having, so this is all about which I have explained. This is I think 2023 question paper of Tet. Not this is paper 1. This is a TT33, means this is Tet paper 1. Paper 1. These are the problems which you are getting in the Tet paper 1. Now we are going to see the Tet paper 2. Yes. So this is about the Tet paper 2. Tet paper 2. So after 5 minutes we are going to back to the live class of Tet paper 2.